podcast is for an adult audience. The Dirty Dowdy Podcast may contain material that may be unsuitable for sensitive ears. Listener discretion is advised. It's the Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
Oh, we're firing this up again. Dirty Dowdy Podcast here in the Longbox.FM studios, brought to you, of course, by Riley's Brewing.
Damn.
Also, the color orange, because without it, we'd have no other word that didn't rhyme with anything.
Yeah, we wouldn't know how terrible things are in the terror factor.
You're still caught up on Monday night, aren't you?
It's a post 9/11 world. I need my colors.
It's actually the second time that's been brought up this evening. Riley came by, dropped off the brew, and I used that phrase in post 9/11 world.
I want to charge a nickel every time, but I'm not going to.
Well, nah. Anyways, tonight we brought in a special group of people, as we have our Monday night show now started up 2 weeks ago. It's called The Kick. I'm dealing with politics, news, discussion, a little bit more heated, a lot more serious, and we brought in tonight two members from that. We got Ben. How you doing, man?
Howdy. No, I'm good. I'm real good. Thanks for having me tonight.
You get to sit at the big boy chair now. You've done an open mic, now The Kick, and now you get to finally be with us.
I know. I'm part of it now, guys. It's a real thing.
Well, now stop talking, because you're done.
And, I'm a real boy.
And we got live tweeting tonight and doing the clam bake. We've got Vanna here.
What up? Vanna Vandal in the house.
Miss Vanna Vandal. So she's taking over the role of the woman, as we're still waiting for Kali to come up and show up. She'll be in the chat room talking with people eventually at some point. Supposedly. If not, oh well. You can participate tonight. You can call us up, 492-0450, or hit us up on the Skype or the Twitter in any way possible. Just search Longbox.FM, and you can talk to us. And of course, if you're in the chat room on YouTube, we'll be watching. We'll go back and forth, and if you have any questions, and I'm sure you'll have some for tonight's show.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute. I do want to say that we do have a bunch of new people, our new shows on the network. One's going to be a guest next week, as a matter of fact. That movie podcast will be in here, Podcast versus Podcast. But you can download them, Firefly, Nerd Noise. There's a whole bunch. There's about a dozen shows now. You can go to our site and get all the local Valley podcasts.
And growing. Dozen shows and growing.
Yeah, we're in the low dozens of shows now.
We are now.
So
Is it safe to say that the podcast cancer is now a spreading disease?
We do have a little bit of a spreadage that happens with us, and I guess to go into that,
we're not cancer levels.
We'll
more like gonorrhea.
We can aspire.
Chemo cannot fix this.
Not this time.
To describe that, let me just hit this.
Now, it's time to showcase what we have learned in the last week.
Well, I'll go first on that whole note about the cancer growing that is the Longbox FM network. Miss Vanna Vandal got on, did her show Monday night. She experienced 3 Riley's Brewings, the catching up. Apparently, her half Mexican and Japanese side of her.
Oh, this must have been
The quarter Japanese side was not having
fierce.
it.
Yeah, she was not around outside while we were talking with our guest after the show, so I went looking for her.
Where was she?
I heard she was hugging my toilet.
Yep, face down in the toilet, door wide open,
Did
giggling.
you lose your purse or something in the toilet? Was that why you were hugging it?
My dignity?
Oh, yeah, it's way down there.
Oh, God, I should have taken pictures.
It wasn't like a wishing well that you
Live tweeted it.
could find your dignity down inside.
Can we recreate this tonight?
Give her 2 beers, see what happens. Oh, she learned.
It's working on vodka.
She brought the bottle of vodka.
Yeah, you're fooling us with that water bottle.
Well, things we've learned, Kevin.
Well, it wasn't this week, but I learned in the past that fire extinguishers need to be recharged after each use.
Oh.
This is good information to know if you didn't know this. Most people figure that out by reading the big letters on the label.
Some people figure it out by setting a blaze and finding out your extinguisher's empty.
I figured it out when Kenneth stompled all over my punchline.
I don't think you could try a fire extinguisher on him. I don't think it would help with the red though.
Yeah, that flame doesn't go out.
Yeah. You guys just hurt my joke.
Love you, Kevin.
Dude, you deserve that. You're a notorious joke stealer or ruiner.
You bastard. How dare you? There's a little truth in that.
Ben, what you got?
Again, going with Kevin, it wasn't within the last week, but I did learn that a Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of capitalism doesn't sound as sexy when it's actually read out loud.
All 7 pages?
See?
Fuck, 14 at that point.
Hey, this is the Dirty Dowdy Podcast, so I don't expect you to learn anything here.
Pretty sure that's prohibited.
I got standards on the kick.
Hey, no. The kick, we were all in, but no, I actually would have just much rather heard it from Siri, but we kind of went with it. So.
We're not that advanced. We do have a special guest tonight, though, for a reading later on.
Yes, and get to that in a second. Vanna, did you learn anything?
I learned that 2 beers is my cutoff.
And 3 beers is just too much fun.
Cheap date right there.
Yeah.
All right. Jason.
I learned not to make travel plans with my dad because apparently it's just going to end up at a
whorehouse
at a swingers resort.
Cool. I was just shot in the dark. Yeah. Who'd have thought Jason's bloodline would have gravitated towards sluts?
I don't know. I mean, I'm shocked as well. But yeah, I was very insistent on the 2 rooms part for obvious reasons.
This is where you were conceived, son.
So is it more like 2 beds in 1 room then, or?
That's what I'm not sure about.
Do you high five your dad during? Is that weird?
Eiffel Tower.
So then, if it's 1 bed and there's a pull-out couch, who gets which?
Who's pulling out?
There was no pulling out.
There's no pulling out.
Does he know where you were conceived, but not with who?
I think he just wants to see my dick again.
Now,
there was a lot of things you could have said after my sentence.
Sounds like a really terrible vacation.
Can we go back to the again part of that?
I didn't tell you that story.
I think we need to do it again.
I think we're all about to learn something this week.
I think I need a whole segment for that story. I don't have time for that.
No, don't stop bragging about the dick size.
It didn't have anything
so
to do with
you
that.
need more time to tell the story.
Basically, he ended up finding a particular website I might have happened to be on.
Oh my God, you're on the internet?
Goodness.
Maybe.
Oh,
wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
No.
And
Are we on the internet right now?
I think I might have a couple things on there.
What's the URL? Sluts.com or?
It was
X
close.
videos.
That's the name of his restaurant. Everyone thought it was a strip club.
Chicago
Jesus
Dog.
Christ.
Spelled with a bunch of A's.
But
Dag. Side of HIV, everybody. Side of HIV.
it came down to him happening to mention it at work, and he just blurted it out one day with this girl we were working with. He said, "Hey, I've seen his wiener." He said he lives 2 miles away. And I was just caught off guard. Like I didn't
Were you
know.
guys on Tinder?
What
at the
is he,
same
a
time?
walking grinder? I've seen this guy's dick and he's 2 miles away.
He's your wingman, isn't
Then
he?
I remembered that I was, because I've gone through his emails and seen some things like, "You're welcome to this whatever website." I've seen and then it clicked in my head, and I want to say it was like 5-second response, but I'm pretty sure I was sitting there for a good 15 seconds trying to put this together. And then I'm like, the immediate thought, all I could think about is, why is he looking at dicks?
You know,
Why is he looking
I
at your
asked for
dick?
this story in instantaneous regret.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
I told you what was going to happen.
Yeah, if only you could edit out real life.
there'd be a lot of editing.
No.
I got one more thing that I learned this week. So it's summer now for school. And
Okay,
I have a 5-year-old who just ended kindergarten, so he's experiencing his first summer. And I realize in the first week of summer, a 5-year-old is the same as a teenager. He gets up, he turns on the TV, eats a cereal, leaves the dishes on the counter, goes through like 5 to 10 Oreo snack bags, but then instead of throwing them away, he just hides them like under the table so I don't see them.
Yeah.
He wants to play video games. He doesn't want to shower. He doesn't want to do a damn thing. It's like, damn, we just fast forwarded. Now I know what a teenager is.
Isn't that Kenneth's Saturday morning, though?
It kind of is, really.
This is the only reason
Unless
I'm
it's a
jealous
rugby
of Kenneth.
weekend, then all that stuff happens on the field.
The other thing that I do want to mention, just for no particular reason, I do recommend that if you're here in the Central Valley and you have access to the airwaves, maybe this Saturday, coming up Saturday, turn on that New Rock 104 at like 7 o'clock. Maybe listen from like 7 to 10 for no particular reason whatsoever.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do it. And then
show.
you might see how Longbox has expanded into taking over terrestrial. In a sense, that cancer grows.
Sounds espionage-ish.
Yeah. I'm planning a barricade move.
Sweet.
This sounds like the Americans all over again, but on a very local level.
Well, I'm going to do my Russian best to take over the world. So, we do have a big show planned for tonight.
So huge.
Vanna is going to be hitting up our Celebrity Clam Bake, of course. That's coming up next. Our guest tonight via Skype is going to be adult film star Derrick Pierce.
Ooh.
We're getting a guy for the first time ever, and so we get to talk about adult stuff from a guy's aspect of it. So, plus video games, books, or comic books, and bodybuilding, all that, and also how to get a date. Kenneth, you should be getting notes ready. And we're going to be talking with Bernie Sanders too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got him in.
Yeah, no, seriously, Bernie's.
time.
Yeah,
Really?
we're talking Bernie Sanders later on in the show.
He's calling in.
What?
Yeah, we'll be talking with Bernie later on in the show.
Pull some
Bernie
strings.
Sanders and an adult film star, one show. How about that?
Only place,
Together?
Only place right here.
Are they in the same room?
Has somebody been reading my diary? Political sensibility and brawn?
I was reading it while you were
Sex
throwing
and
up.
Sex and politics.
So you what, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back. It's the Dirty Dowdy Podcast here on Longbox.FM.
You're listening to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM. Take us with you everywhere. Search Longbox.FM in the Shoutcast directory on your iPhone or Android. Hit up the App Store or Marketplace and grab your free copy of the Shoutcast radio app. Then search Longbox.FM to keep us cranked wherever life drags you. Meeting you at the crossroads of everywhere. Longbox.FM.
Hi, my name is Lindsay, and I'm searching for love.
I want to do music because I know people need my music. People need Kanye West albums.
My real apology to her will not come in the form of words.
When people say that I'm not like an airhead and things like that, it's not true at all.
All the stupid things celebrities do. It's the Celebrity Clam Bake.
All right, we're back at the Dirty Dowdy Podcast live on Longbox.FM, brought to you, of course, by Riley's Brewing.
Cheers.
So, if you wanna participate again tonight, hit us up 492-0450. Hit us up on the YouTube chat room, or you can Skype Longbox.FM, and we'll get you on the video board. We'll make you a part of the show.
Super fun.
Yeah. So for now, let's talk to our girl, Vanna Vandal. Are you ready for your first clam bake?
I am, and being the weirdo I am, the first one isn't necessarily celebrity based, but it's interesting. I mean, I did put Kim Kardashian, so I mean, if there was one celebrity, yeah, but you know what? We're gonna make fun of her, so it's good.
Good.
So let's go ahead and start off with this week in science news. So recently, they did a study, basically finding that there is a gut bacteria that causes obesity, and this bacteria makes a molecule called acetate, which, if you're a girl, you're like, oh, that shit, that removes my nail polish. But this actually sends signals through your nerve system to stimulate hunger and fat storage. So there's actually a chemical in your gut making you fat. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Like, you guys are
how many
obese
rats has
me.
Kenneth eaten?
Like, let's hear it from the source.
I have something new to blame it on.
Except for you.
Wait, I'm a rat?
No, I
Well,
just heard something about rats and eating and being fat, so I gravitated to Kenneth.
Okay, well, animal testing.
Like, apparently a lot of things do.
Is there anything else that
Not
makes you
women.
hungry
Yeah, just
naturally
not women.
besides the acetate?
Well, it's this gut bacteria that's found in something like 70% of obese mice that they did a study in, and it's sending this chemical signal that makes you want to eat more. So,
But it's already in your stomach. Is that already what's responsible for you thinking you're hungry when you are hungry?
well, the way the study put it is it makes it sound
Or
like
is it-
everybody has this bacteria.
Is it just being activated through some people?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry, I'm still in Monday.
And
mode.
weed.
Monday mode. Everything's dumb. There we go. Back into Wednesday.
Quit trying to learn here. You know,
Yeah,
that's
for real.
It's against the rules.
All right.
All right, Vanna, next story.
Okay, you guys are like, okay.
I tried.
Yeah, I tried. Okay, so finally, let's hear it with the Apple news. You can actually finally delete the Stocks app on Apple products, which I believe takes 218 megabytes. of memory there.
That's a lot of porn.
Stock apps.
I know
potential porn space.
It takes just a
A lot of dick pics.
It takes a spot on my screen, and that's enough. That annoys
I just
me.
realized that's how he gauges like storage capacity on computers. He's like,
Pretty much.
how many hours
can I
of
get?
porn are we
If
talking?
the porn is below 25 minutes, then it's only a certain amount of megabytes. But if it's above, then that's just.
So, these are
What the hell does it
important
matter? You
factors.
fast forward it anyway, right?
Right.
See,
Nobody watches a full 25-minute porn.
And if you make it to the end of a 25-minute porn, you
about the
clearly did not
storyline?
enjoy it. So
I don't care about the story.
Some
I
kind
love
of
the
world record holder.
storyline. I stop watching when the action happens.
what?
All about the
just like
storyline.
reading.
Why do you
that
watch
person's a great actor.
No,
Oh,
I
you're
don't.
going to be fun for later.
So you read Playboy for the articles.
Yeah, Marty Beckerman is my favorite Playboy writer, actually.
There we
and
go.
nobody knows who he is.
Marty Beckerman, I love you.
Playboy has words.
Now it does. It didn't before.
Speaking of words,
They should
Next
put the
story.
articles on the titties.
All right, so that story was about stocks, and we ended up talking about porn. Alrighty.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Maybe our guest is just inspiring us. So, finally, actual celebrity news. Kim Kardashian spent the other day on Twitter basically making her fans' dreams come true by responding to them.
by dying?
Now you're just being way too hopeful.
By blessing them with her urine.
But
Take
like
it, peons.
check out that tweet we just had up. Like, look at how
Oh.
she is. Like, I don't know if she's being like condescending or if she's being like real. Because like me as a comedian, I would be like, that's sad.
No, she's being real.
That's her being real, but that's also to anybody else. That's 100% sarcasm. Fuck this guy.
Never give
Fuck
up on
this guy.
hope.
Hold hope.
That's actually kind of genius. A response to someone's like, "I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've been
If
hoping
you
for 3
ever,
years," and she's
if you
like,
ever put genius and Kardashian in the same
Yeah.
fucking
"No, I'm
sentence,
just as surprised
I
as
quit.
you are." That's actually why I withheld her name. But that response that's some layering going on there that I think is beyond her. That might have to be the musical genius
Or her
Kanye
writer.
West himself.
Oh, God.
He's
That's the ghost tweeter?
He's a genius voice of a generation, guys.
Right.
Everyone needs Kanye West albums.
Go ahead and cross that out.
I was going to let you finish.
Well, let's go from that playground to another one.
Hit it.
Alrighty, so next story, you guys. Have you guys heard about the Disneyland alligator? And no, we are not talking about Louis from The Princess and the Frog.
Nice.
Louis, oh, he corrected me. Diz nerd over here.
Again, the reason he doesn't get laid.
So the kid was
going on?
right next to I guess 10 feet from a sign.
Well, no, not even that. There's actually contradicting stories on Twitter. Certain reports
Shocking.
say that the kid was at night waiting in the water about a foot in water at night, unattended somewhat, and
Okay, now this is just
Alligator
kind
took
of
him.
nature taking its course here.
I mean, it's Florida. You're gonna have gators.
This is what happens when you take, Darwin out of the equation.
And you know what's sad too is I was like tweeting about this, and I was like, I was watching the live stream of Shanghai Disneyland because this whole alligator murdering this little 2-year-old boy has completely overshadowed the real story here. Is that there's a new Disneyland in Shanghai that just opened up.
Oh my God!
It's a smoke screen.
Is it ran
Yeah.
by a bunch of Chinese labored children?
Well,
Was it one of them that got dragged
it's a
in?
small world now runs on smog power.
They just call it "It's a World."
I was going to say a 2-year-old kid was eaten by an alligator at a Disneyland resort, so it really is a small world after all. So.
Okay,
Here's the thing: they had no qualms shooting that gorilla. I have a theory that all alligators are white, and this is precisely why no one shot this alligator. 'Twas privileged.
He identified as gay at this point.
See, it would have been a hate crime.
Oh, be careful there. You just
brought it back.
you just put race in the gorilla category, and that's a real close line.
No, I put race in the alligator category. You put race in the gorilla category.
No, screw you. You're a dick.
See, white people are good at shifting white blame.
White privilege. Hashtag.
We have to be.
Yeah, we have to.
There's no such thing.
That's how we're going to survive the next 60 years.
I just had a sudden moment of
Once the shit goes
realization
down.
that I'm surrounded by older white men.
Yep.
That should be your fantasy, right?
What was that laugh?
That sound was Kenneth under the
I want
table.
to make that a hashtag, but I don't know.
Can we get that recorded and played back?
We're all those cis straight white males your civics teacher warned you about.
You need a playback button for that laugh.
All right. Next story, Vanna.
Alrighty. Next story. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Vice, but Vice is a new channel that
I have some Vices.
is out there. Really, really like Vice. I
Yeah.
really like the amount of weed they have on their channel. I also like the fact that they have a call-in number. I keep calling and they haven't played my voice on the commercial
Show
yet.
more weed.
Y'all need to get on that. But yeah, so Vice, they actually had a dispute with a band, an indie band. Like, this band straight out calls themselves like, we're an indie band. So this big company, Vice, goes after this band called Vice Versa, which up until today, I had no idea who the heck they were. I actually kind of like their music. Yeah, so they were pretty much battling like, hey, you can't have Vice in your name, you can't have this logo. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Words,
They
right?
settled it, but
Well, I think that Miami Vice came first above all else. So
real.
at some
Copyright
point,
infringement.
yeah. If Miami Vice didn't throw up a stink, what the fuck is this band doing?
You know,
Who are these guys?
I think what I've been learning, like with things like this, the Yosemite thing with the you can't, or someone trademarked all the Yosemite names, like the Ahwahnee Hotel, things like that. Some douchebag group did it, and they got claimed, and a national park had to change everything about it. A fucking national park.
Yeah.
I think the smart money, fuck stocks, Bitcoin, all that, just start trademarking every common word and everything. And then you
That's
can
a real thing.
You said it's mine, 10 million.
Yeah.
Damn it. That's mine.
Ooh, trademark Jesus.
We'll be millionaires quick.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could throw a lawsuit against the Bible for trademark Jesus.
I'm gonna trademark lawsuit.
Shit.
America would be
I'm going to throw a lawsuit. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not.
You got to pay me 50 cents every time.
All right.
Just give me some royalties. I'll be good.
instant billionaire.
Well, talking politics.
Yeah, so this next story, Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut went on a crazy long filibuster rant today on the Senate floor regarding gun control. How do you guys feel about filibusters, and what are your thoughts on
There
gun
have
control?
been 6,066 gun deaths. Did they mention that like 6,040 of those were police related?
And did they even mention the fact that guns kill people, people don't kill people?
By the way, tune in next week as we have Chief Jerry Dyer in the studio with us. God.
Come on in, 4-star. We got your number.
Yeah. 6,066. It's considerably low considering the 320 million people in the country.
But we got to lock up all the guns.
How many of those
see, this is a Monday night thing.
Now it's Vanna's fault.
No, to me, I just wanted to focus on the whole fact that it's I get really excited when anybody filibusters because I'm just like, yeah.
Okay, but for the audience out there,
blocking laws.
Yeah.
It's like the punk kid in me. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. That's like a punk band, right? When you filibuster.
We're falling apart here.
Yeah, it was Kenneth's voice made part of the studio fall apart.
Way to go, Kenneth.
All right, now you have a personal story, Vanna.
Okay, so as I was tweeting on my personal Twitter account at SkullandBow77, if you guys want to follow me personally,
Look
get
at
into
you.
some weird stuff. But so I'm tweeting and I'm just like, I don't know, everyone's worried about the Disneyland alligator. I'm over here trying to catch the Shanghai Disneyland live stream. And as I got done tweeting that, I hear, ah! Like, it was like the most comedic yelling I've ever heard.
Was that your white man love scream?
Probably.
You pissed your dog
Scream
off.
of fear. I look outside my door and there is a small child pinned underneath a SUV. Yeah, my next door neighbor, she, I guess, has a small child, and her husband ran that small child over, and they're freaking out. Everyone's like,
Oh my God.
Call 911, call 911. So, being the responsible adult I am, I called 911.
Like, I can't. I'm waiting for the Shanghai
Yeah.
stream to come through.
I actually missed a lot of the live stream because of that.
That stupid kid.
I think we need harsher leash laws on children.
That's what I'm saying. That kind of shit would never happen.
Okay, look, this is not the parent's fault. This is not the...
No. It is. I mean, I hope she probably doesn't listen to this, but it is totally Brooke's fault.
Kids go ape shit. They get in places they're not supposed to be. It happens.
I think we can all agree this is clearly Obama's fault.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So,
And white people.
this is a result of us being soft on terrorism.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is white privilege.
I think we're just too soft on birth control.
And that.
Oh, I don't think we're soft enough.
Nope.
And
if you were, you wouldn't need it.
we definitely need to tighten up on our gun abortions too. this rate of gun abortioning people is just it's despicable.
Yeah, but I mean the gun abortioning and the wire coat hanger abortioning is kind of neck and neck.
Plan C.
Plan C.
You're talking about wire hanger tapping.
So it's Plan C, like you run over it with the car.
You
Plan C.
tap, and then you wire coat hang. So.
Okay, let's abort on this.
Well, long story short, Univision was there. It was an interesting day for me, guys. Pretty interesting day.
Ay caramba.
Yeah.
Next.
So I think the theme of 2016 should just be keep your babies close.
For real.
Like,
at least keep them out from
or stop having them.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that by not cutting the umbilical when you birth them, but I mean,
tether them for your life so they can't get away.
Right? Just human tethering.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
fuck, yeah.
because the other side of that tether is some horrible thing that if you've never seen it, you don't want to. The placenta.
This solves Vanna's leash laws because
Bury
we
it out
actually
back,
come with
right?
leashes and we're barbaric enough to cut them off at birth.
That's great.
All right.
that was awesome.
You're on a roll, man. I know the MVP for tonight.
All right.
Speaking of leash laws, today is Take Your Cat on Adventure Day. I
bad
disobeyed that and I brought my dog.
Take your cat.
But
on
yeah, be
adventure.
sure to tweet at ProPlanCat and hashtag MyGreatCat. Get your cat on an adventure, you guys. Take your cat to the drive-thru with you tonight at Taco Bell.
If it's nothing-
Jason.
What?
You know what you got to do with this.
No.
Take my cat to work. My great cat. You know where that leads. Pussycat? Just take your pussy to work. There's got to be a photo somewhere that you have from your wide library of tender sluts that you have brought through.
Yes.
I'm sure I could find something.
Or ask your dad.
Or I could do that.
Wait, I think it's your phone screensaver. Hang on.
But is he bringing around like your future stepmoms and just throwing it in your face, or?
He's like, here you
We're
go,
back to
free.
that.
It's on the house.
She's old enough to date you, but she's dating me. So.
You have inherited this thing.
By the way, can we just be real about the Take Your Cat to Work Day and just say that it's hashtag pussy under your desk? Sponsored by Bill Clinton. Is that okay to say?
I'd support that cause.
I think what we need to what we need to do is Take Your Cat to Work Day is the good who not to try to date plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
If a girl brings her cat to work, you don't want to try. You just scratch her off the list and move on.
This is one thing.
Or you could add her to the list of I could probably fuck her because she's crazy. But just don't
this
stay
is Jason's
This is
thing.
the slut.
Yeah,
the slut minute.
Yeah.
That's the slut in you.
Let's get the other side of this. Come on.
Yeah, it's good thinking until you orgasm. You're like, I made a mistake.
That's instant regret. It happens
Especially when 75 of her cats are sitting around the bed watching you go at it.
Oh, they don't look away.
They don't. They make eye contact.
Just see those glowing eyes all around the floor. It looks like glow beads in a fucking pool.
And
That's not what cats will do.
them are-
Cats will try and jump up on her to get your attention.
Pee on her face. They're like, this one's mine. Like, you can have her. I just need her for like 8 more minutes.
Right? I'm trying to hit this one pussy, and 75 of them are plotting against me. So,
This is not the gangbang I envisioned.
Hashtag rolling in the pussy.
Nope. All right, we're going to take a break.
On that note,
That was a good time.
No, I'm getting texts right now. I got to set up for this interview. We got Derrick Pierce coming in. We'll be chatting with him, adult film star Derrick Pierce. If you don't know who he is, it's hash or the Atsa and the Twitter whatever thing. The D Pierce XXX. Go find him. Get your. Well, actually, do your research later because I want you to stay awake for the show. If that makes sense.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
There's a reason I recognized him.
research.
All right, we'll be right back. We'll be talking with Derrick Pierce, and we got Bernie Sanders coming up after that. This is the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM.
You're listening to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM. This segment of the show is brought to you by AudioWorks Sound, Stage and Lighting. Check them out for your next event. Go to their website, audioworksfresno.com, and give them a call for your event needs.
Hi, this is Christopher Walken. And, you know, when I'm teabagging your dog, I'm usually listening to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
It's the Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
The Dirty Dowdy Podcast is back here in the Longbox.FM studios, brought to you, of course, by Riley's Brewing.
Thanks, Riley.
So, as we've talked about it, we have an interesting selection, a lineup of guests tonight. We will be talking with Bernie Sanders here shortly. And so naturally, on a show like that, when we're talking to the man ranning. He was ranning for the president.
Easily ranning.
I figured the natural way to go with this is we had to bring in adult film star Derrick Pierce.
It's the appropriate prelude.
So anyways, we got on Skype. Let me see if we can dial him up here real quick. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Yo, Derrick, are you there?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Oh, yay. Here we go. Derrick's
He's looking chilling right now. Damn.
It's like, I dressed up for this.
Try to relax, Derrick. It's not that serious.
I'm trying, man. The tension is killing me.
It must be. That blue sky's a killer.
You didn't know the Bernie Sanders part. Does that mess with you?
No, man. I'm a Bernie Sanders. Not only am I a fan, but I've donated to his campaign every month for like almost the last 7 months. 8 months.
There you go.
Real quick, before we go too deep, what did you donate?
If you feel the burn, it means something a lot worse, right?
Yeah, I don't feel that burn, and I have a test to prove it.
Yeah. Amen.
All right. Well, let's get into this real quick. You are an adult film star. You've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
You've AVN awards under your belt, as well as multiple inches. We have a new girl here tonight, Vanna, who she saw your picture. She just saw it up on the screen, and she's like, oh, I know him. So apparently,
those eyes.
Your work has been seen as much as like a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Did she just say it's my eyes? If she's seen
she
my
actually
eyes,
looked you in
then
the
she ain't
face.
looking at the right stuff. She must have been watching that softcore Showtime stuff.
Right. Yeah, she's a girl.
Recognizable from the waist up only, brother.
Man, I've had so many times where people are like, you look really familiar. I just can't quite place it. And I'm like, really? I have no idea why you can't figure out where you know me from. I'm not really sure. No, not ringing a bell? No idea? Okay.
Think hard, think long.
Probably because they ring their own bell.
They usually recognize me when they see my tattoos. And then they're like, oh my God, you're that dude.
With the huge dick.
Now, is it weird being recognized as a male porn star? Because I know for my personal porn watch, I mean, the one time I did it, I don't normally focus on the dudes until the unfortunate pop shot moment where it cuts
when
from
they do the cutback.
Yes,
it's always when you're right about to come. Every time.
You know, it's funny you say that because I just shot a scene for Adam and Eve yesterday, and they did the facial, like give me your reaction, and I'm like, why the fuck do we do this?
I swear, they always do it.
This is your best edit point. Like, you need my face in the shot. Like, you can't cut to something else, like another angle. You need my face.
So you mean to tell me that there's reshoots in porn too?
Yeah, you know how irritating it is after I've already fucking came on her, and they're like, okay, now we need your pop face again. I'm like, really now?
You need to wait 2 hours.
I don't want to do an extra cum face. I already did it. You didn't catch it the first time. Fuck off.
So this I'm taking it as like a one camera shoot then, or they had minimal angles?
No, they once in a while, we do multiple camera stuff, but for the most part, it's usually one camera, unless it's a big show. If it's a bigger show, I think we've had, when I shot for digital the last couple of years, they've had like 4 and 5 cameras.
And there's always one between the balls, always looking up for some reason.
I don't know why either.
It's because girls like that angle, believe it or not. Like, let's just get a female input here. You were saying, like, why do they do the face? It's because look at your face, dude. Like, that's what chicks look at. Like,
but the
no
upper
lie,
balls?
this is the difference between girls and guys. Guys will be like, big tits, blah, blah, blah. Girls were like, white guy, blue eyes, tall, tattooed,
and balls.
clean
In the
shaven.
eyes
You better
And then guys
stop
like
it, girl. I'm
Papa.
single. You better quit.
This guy knows things.
Well, you know, what's funny is we had done we did the Magic Mike parody towards the end of last year, and I told Brad Armstrong, the guy who directed it, I was like, so when you went in to see Steve Orenstein, the owner of Wicked Pictures, how did you pitch this? And he goes, well, I just told him what it was. I said, you walked in and told the owner of Wicked Pictures that you want to do a movie that's surrounded by 7 guys who dance on stage, and it's straight porn.
Sounds straight
really?
to me.
And he was like, it was not an easy sell. But, I mean, the movie looked great, though. But I thought it was really funny that this was, like, one of the first times they've ever had, like, seven males, as, like, the star center, whatever, for a movie, because it's never that way. Usually they flip it, you know what I mean? So it's they usually just make whatever guy the girl, you know what I mean?
So as many parodies as you've done in your life, Derrick, can we say that there's just some things that you can't parody without making it awkward?
Like what?
I like a donkey show.
Like a donkey show?
But that's not a parody. That'd be an original.
That shit happens.
Listen, I really wish I could say something was off limits, but last year Axl Braun shot Peter Pan.
So you're saying,
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
So you're saying that?
Yeah, I can't help you with that, man. Like I even told, I go, Axl, and he won for best parody of the year. And I told him to his face, I go, Axl, that was a piece of shit, right?
Aren't the majority of the cast of that movie children? Are we thinking of the same movie here?
I mean, talk about emotionally and visually scarred, man. Like I couldn't. Peter Pan, really?
Right,
Peter Pan?
yeah.
That's okay.
So what you're saying
but they
is-
also did Wicked did Snow White. And,
Well, that's
we've done
a little more
we've done
realistic.
and all the comic book parodies. But I think the comic book parodies fall in a different genre. I mean, even though it's a parody, right? Because I think all of them were drawn somehow semi-sexual to begin with. I mean, because I'm looking back on those drawings now, I'm like, God damn, that girl's body is retarded. Like, it looks great, right? And it's always sexual, the outfits, everything.
I've never heard of Disney being sexual. What are you talking about?
I got a question for you since we're talking comic books. First qualifying question. Marvel versus DC.
Marvel
Are you
all
a DC
day.
or really?
Marvel all day. It's not a question.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's not even a question. Come on, Weapon X program.
Oh, okay. So what did you think about the Wolverine movie?
It's funny. I saw Apocalypse.
No spoilers. I'm still poor. I can't do it.
It's a good one.
I won't spoil it, but you don't get the movie unless you're in the comics, right? Because the whole movie, I'm going like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. And the girl I went with, she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just shut up and look pretty. And like back to the movie.
Hashtag.
'Cause it's one of those comic book movies that you can't really explain. Like, you see, this is why he's in the fuck it, whatever. Like, because you have to be into it in order to watch the newest X-Men.
And 80% of the selling point is the fact that Jennifer Lawrence is in this thing, and they gave her way too many lines for this.
Show did.
I enjoyed the movie, but I enjoy X-Men, so that's why. I don't think normal people would enjoy the movie that much. They'd be too much head scratching.
How old are you?
42.
So you grew up though in the X-Men heyday in the comics, the rebirth in '92, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Heyday.
So that was and what's sad right now, the comic book world, X-Men is not a part of it only because Marvel, Disney, all that, the battle, the rights that have been sent out, which by the way, that's got to be one of those they got to hate themselves for selling off the rights of these characters for other companies that are just destroying them, and that was a cash cow.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it is. But then you turn around and you see something like Deadpool, right? Which if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds, just straight up, it would be A, never happen, and B, if it did happen, it'd be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But that's because he's a real fan and he put up his own damn money and, got the right people behind it. But that's what a comic book movie should be, right? You stay true as you can to the character-driven activities, and then look what happens. They make what? I think that opening weekend was $140 million, something like that.
Yeah, it was destructive as far as comic book movies go, and they didn't expect it to go anywhere near that size with it being.
Oh, Colin, hold.
Oh no!
Bueno.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh, we're just on pause.
By the way, if you have questions for him, you can. Well, if you're in the YouTube chat room, go ahead and chat it up.
Oh,
and it'll come. It'll come. It'll come.
That's what he said.
He's calling us.
Damn, that's sexy.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Right.
Did the chirping birds in your background cut off your internet?
They did, man. Motherfuckers chewed right through the cables.
I feel like I'm talking to like a porn star in like a tropical desert
you're
island.
fucking with a high right now, man.
This is a weird fantasy.
Did in your mind, just holding on one more question on the Deadpool angle?
Yeah.
Did Ryan Reynolds? Did he do everything that he should? Do you feel anyone could have done it better?
Hell no. Nobody could have done that better than Ryan Reynolds.
Perfect.
I don't think so. I mean, but I've been a Ryan Reynolds fan since Blade 2 or Blade 3.
Yeah.
3. I think it was 3.
The only good thing about the movie, you mean?
Yeah, was Ryan, right?
Yeah.
And that was the first time I had really seen him as a bit of a, his real smart alecky self and witty and all that shit. And I was like, all right, cool. I got it. And then when the Deadpool thing came around and you just watched him just throw caution to the wind and go all in, I was like, dude, he's going to kill this fucking movie. And he did.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about you here. Now, I got a whole long list of stuff that you've been a part of. Obviously,
yeah.
You do adult movies, and you've been in there. You've been doing it for 10 years.
You ever just pull up your phone and show your friend, hey, look at the name of this one?
What was that?
When he's just his resume, when he wants to show somebody else what he's done, he just pulls up his phone and says, "Look at this, the name of this one that I've been in."
Have you seen it?
I'll show you a quick 45-minute clip.
Some of the names get pretty far out there.
Yeah.
Let me get you some standard questions here. As far as, and I'm sure every guy, I think from the age of 15, 13, 8, whatever, has wanted, this is the dream job. And everybody says, that's what I want to do in my life. Of course, everyone wants to do that. How did you start?
The short version is I was dating a girl who had started doing girl. I met a bunch of people in the business. I'm pretty social in general. And people started asking me, are you talent? And I'm like, no. I mean, I'm talented, but I'm the dude that watches this shit. I'm the guy that jerks off to this shit. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, who's that over there?
I think
and so when I went back to her and I told her about it, she's like, you are not fucking other girls for a living. And I'm like, yo, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what they asked. And then it came down to the financial aspects of it, and she was like, well, how much money are we talking? And we talked about that. And then comes to the real questions, right? Like, well, can you do it? Because every dude has sat at home and been like, I could totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. Until somebody goes, all right, come here. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your girl. There's the camera. I know you never met that broad in your life.
Now
Let's
shit's
go.
real, and be good.
Right. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't fuck up
Don't waste
fucking.
my time. Don't cost me thousands and thousands of dollars, and go. And that's when push comes to shove. But no pun intended.
Hashtag.
Well, she was like, well, can you do it? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. And she was like, all right, well, look, if you can actually get somebody to hire you, then you can try it. And I was like, all right. And so I basically lied my way onto my first set. I had a friend that owned a pretty big company, and I was like, yo, Alex, I'm shooting now. You know what I mean? I'm talent now. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, so if you ever have something, let me know. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'll put you in this movie next week. Here's the director's number. Call him, and let him know, and I'll, work it out. And so he did, and I was like, oh, shit, here we go. And the first scene I did was with a girl named Vanessa Lane, who was just fucking phenomenal. She's a knockout. And, I just kind of faked till I made it. Like I just showed up. I think I had a hard on in the driveway. You know, because you're just like, oh my god.
I brought my boner from home.
I don't even know who Vanessa Lane is. She's like 5 feet, like she's like as short as I am, and she does yoga. Yeah.
Do you do pro bono?
Like flexible,
No,
like
she's
bring her
super,
knee
like,
up to
'cause I used
here
to-
with her foot up.
Yeah, I used to do ballet,
amazing.
and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. She's like #goals.
Damn.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
Straight-
hashtags.
Okay.
straight
I
banging.
feel like I know more about all this than all you guys combined.
I know, right? What's up with that?
Okay, so you got involved in the world. Is it what you thought it was going to be?
Sure, to a degree, right? Like, but there's not a lot of compassion. Like, I mean, I'll put it to you like this.
There's no emotions in porn.
Well, when I say there's not a lot of compassion, I mean they don't give a fuck if you're having a bad day or not. They don't give a fuck if anything's going on in your home
You
life.
can't have a headache. You can't be on your period. You didn't have a bad day at
I
work.
think you can still be on your period.
You can be. We use makeup sponges. That's a whole other story. Sometimes it takes
The
two
more you know.
sponges.
I think that's what I learned this week.
What?
You know, the sponges aren't the bad part. It's the part when you're done and she goes, "Can you help me find them?"
You say
That's a finger painting I don't want to do.
I wish it was a joke. It's not a joke. Not a joke.
You need the
Is that
janitor
the is
lady.
that the somewhat inspiration for Two Girls, One Cup?
No.
Oh God!
We're
no,
contractually
negative.
obligated not to talk about that.
But you know, it's a job where I'm responsible for everything that happens in front of the camera. When the director or the cameraman talks, even though the focus is on the girl, they don't really talk to the girl. They talk to me. You know what I mean? If they tell her to move her head to one side, I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for making sure that everything is going the way it should
So
go.
you're
She's
the
open.
in-scene director.
Kind of, yeah. I always liken it to I'm like a NFL lineman, right? Like I get no glory, but best believe if the shit fucks up and the hole ain't open, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of opening lanes,
That's what I've always said.
Wasn't that the name of his first porno?
No, that was the name of his first co-star, Vanessa
Now-
Lane, which is a great first co-star to have.
when it comes to pay,
Yeah.
guys are generally paid way less than women, right?
Damn feminists.
To a degree, sure.
Do you get a little sense of pride of knowing that you get to actually say equal pay, equal wages, or equal work, equal wages?
You know, the irony is I've been in this business for 10 years now, and if I wanted to stay another 5, I would be fine to do it. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a girl in this business that could be active as I am for 15 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
You know, this business will chew up and spit these girls out as quickly as they can come in the business. And that's
No
what
pun
it is.
intended?
On all of that.
None intended, because they get this false sense of security, like, oh, well, my first 3 months I'm making like $15,000 a month, and like they shoot you and then they don't want to shoot you anymore for a while. And so if you're not slick and you don't know what you're up to, you know, you're not going to have any financial resources.
Yeah,
As to where the guys, you know, we have more latitude, you know. If there's a director that I always shoot for, if he shoots for Hustler, then I shoot for Hustler. If he moves to Penthouse, then I shoot for Penthouse. If he moves to Vivid, I shoot for Vivid. You know what I mean?
Well, there seems to be a big void as far as you get the barely legal, and it's usually girls from 18 to 25 that can hold on as long as possible, and then this gap of there's nothing there, and then you get MILF, which is usually like 27, and
it's younger than that. It just depends on how much drugs the girl's done and how wrecked they look.
How much treader's left on the tires?
Yeah.
But
it's a degree of measurement in porn.
But guys, you'll see, and again, this is one of those like you don't give a shit about seeing the guy in the porn.
Until it shows up right when you're about to come.
That's the pop shot moment. But you get to have. You'll see Ron Jeremy was still doing stuff. You get guys with gray
Ron
hair.
Jeremy hasn't done shit in years. I actually shot him in a movie, and it was a wake-up call, because Ron Jeremy's got a pretty big dick, and I couldn't figure out where it was, because he was holding it at the base of it and squeezing it so hard to fuck the girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
He's not a healthy
I'm
guy
like,
by
I
any
think
means.
this dude's got like 9 inches. So where's the other 5? Oh, it's in his hand.
Well, okay,
You know what I mean?
Randy West, Peter North, guys like that kept going for years and years and years. Where girls, you don't get that cycle. You get the Nina Hartley, who I don't know how she's still going, but it's kind of like you're the elder statesman. She's the Helen Mirren of porn.
Well, 18-year-old porn stars are like the biggest renewable resource we have.
Yeah.
They are, but here's one thing, and Nikki Benz posted it the other day. Something to the effect of, listen, just because you do porn doesn't make you a porn star.
True that.
You know what I mean? It just makes you a girl who sucks dick on camera.
All right, so to that end,
and I find the irony in that when somebody finds out I do porn, they're like, "Oh my God, you're a porn star," and I'm like, "Well, do you know who I am?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, then I'm not much of a fucking star."
Is there?
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, right? Like, I've never personally called myself a porn star. I've called myself an adult performer because I really feel that's what it is. Maybe now I've had some traction over the last couple of years, but it's just an oddity for me to refer to myself in that capacity because girls like Nikki Benz and Phoenix Marie and Jessica Drake and Asa Akira, all those girls are porn stars. You know what I mean? And a couple of others. But there's not, I mean, most of them, you're just getting fucked on camera.
What happened from the days when you had porn stars? The Jenna Jameson era. This is where I'm growing up, so I know her. You get her.
Right.
Raylene has been on the show. She's actually been a part of our first Festivus festival. Francesca Lay as well. There was names. There were people that was just that girl. Like everybody knows that girl. You say the name, like Heather Brooke. You say that name, and I've always joked, like, if I go to a movie theater in the popular area here in Fresno, and I just say out loud, Heather Brooke, watch how many guys' heads go, like, oh, I know that one. What happened from that to now?
I mean, just my personal opinion, I think a few things. Number one, the business has grown exponentially as far as the amount of people that are involved in it, right? You have a company like Brazzers who own the business to a certain degree. And they are looking at things from a different perspective. You know what I mean? They're looking at the turn and burn aspect of it as to back in the days when Jenna was around, they were building names. I mean, these people, that's what they did. And there was a very small pool of performers and even smaller of male talent. So that's all you ever saw. You know what I mean? All you ever saw was Ron Jeremy. All you ever saw was a few of the other guys, Evan Stone and a few others, Stephen St. Croix, and
I've seen all these pop
guys.
Faces.
Right, but so that's all you ever saw. But now, they're looking for a teenage brunette with size C tits, and that could be whoever the fuck it could be. It doesn't matter. They're interchangeable. It's like a wing nut. You know what I mean? You just change it and get another one.
I think they're taking different kinds of nuts.
And so that's why I think that's not there anymore. So now, if a girl is a legitimate porn star like Nikki Benz, Nikki's fucking amazing. She's amazing. I mean, she coined the Benz Mafia. Like, that's her, like, following, right? So all of her hashtags are Benz Mafia. Hashtag that shit and look it up. You see how many you find. There'll be hundreds of thousands. She has well over 1 million followers on Instagram alone. That doesn't happen because she sucks dick on camera. She markets herself. But most of the girls don't do that. And so that's the difference. Like, they're kind of standing around waiting for shit to happen. As to girls like Nikki and Jessica and those girls and Asa, they're making it happen.
Right. So, to shift gears here for a second, can you hear me? Well, I think we lost him.
Well, he's still there.
We'll get it back.
I think the mic's dead.
Yeah. We can at least still see him.
At least he's not going to make the face when he has to come again.
You can see his eyes.
Can you hear us?
Now I can.
Oh, okay. Sorry, technical difficulties on this end.
That's all right.
Kenneth got too excited.
God, I fucking hate you guys.
What? Right way to say it.
There is no right way.
Don't want to offend the
If you have to
porn
think
star.
about it, there is no right way.
No, stop. What is okay? So people who we've already talked about, everybody wants to get into the industry and get into the scene, all that. and they have a glorious idea of what this is. Your day job is to bang a chick or chicks or all of them and a goat.
Sure.
What is the actual showtime, show up for work? What is that all like? Like
which part?
The day-to-day part. Like you start your day, you clock in. What does this mean?
How many days a week do you work?
Well, I'm a little different than some of the other people in the business because I have other activities that I'm involved in. I own a gym. I have online clients that I also train. I have a non-adult website that I run. I'm in the middle of writing a book, which is not about porn exactly.
Not exactly.
So I have other activities. So like my day starts at like around 6:30. I check in all my clients' videos and then I go work out. And then if I'm shooting that day, then I head to set. Set usually is around like 10 a.m. depending. It depends what it is, right? Like when we were on Magic Mike, those were like 15-hour days. So
how long does it take to film a sex scene?
Stamina.
One scene. Average scene, it could be, let's just say 15 minutes. A 15-minute to production. How long does it take to do that?
For like a 25-minute scene, like a hardcore scene, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And that's usually not including stills because we have to do still photos, pretty girl sets, and all that kind of stuff. And that's not including dialogue. That's just straight sex. And then there's the softcore versions too.
I have trouble staying hard for 3 minutes. How do you do that for 45 minutes to an hour? Don't raise your eyebrows at me.
I couldn't hear you guys. What was that?
Oh, he was saying how
I
inept
said
he is.
I have a hard time staying hard for 3 minutes. How do you do that for 45 minutes an hour?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh,
damn! You broke it.
Can you hear us now?
Now I got you.
All right. So let me say this for the third time because this is not embarrassing at all. I have a hard time staying hard for 3 minutes.
Just as funny.
What? How do you pull that off? Is there PMA performance enhancing drugs? Is there how does it all work out?
Thanks, Windows.
I've actually kind of always been that way. I kind of label it like sport fucking.
It's a gift. You're born with it, man.
Now there's a hashtag already.
I'm trying to get a workout and beat cheeks at the same time. So
it counts as going to the gym, right?
Yeah, I think it's all kind of relative. You know what I mean? But I think that's something that's happened to every guy at least once. That's happened to me before too, where you're like, oh shit,
once.
Oh my god, stop.
All right. So. On the lineup that I got about you. By the way, what is it? Star Factory PR was part of the reason we're talking tonight. And last time I talked to somebody, I was on the phone with someone for like 30 minutes, and I was like, "Oh my god, hey, you're Tanya. What's up?"
Yeah, Tanya Tate.
So the question for you is: do you have an exit strategy? What are you doing next? What happens? Are you going to be Peter North or?
I have my gym. So I'm part of an affiliate program for a large chain of boot camps. So I'll have that, which we've already started doing, and I'll have my online stuff. But what I'm really focusing on right now is the release of DerrickPierce.com, which is not adult driven in the fact that it's not porn.
Is it about
the book that I'm
kittens?
writing, ironically, is actually about dating.
Oh wow!
Perfect, because I have a question for you.
That. I have 5 cats.
I have here on this beautiful list. It says Derrick is writing a self-help book for men about dating. And now, please, Ben, put this camera over to our beautiful ginger here. This is Kenneth. He's rugby. He's a big guy. He can put down drinks. He's caring. He's sweet, and he can't get pussy for the life of him.
Yeah, he's a beta male.
So
it's funny because your Kenneth is my angel. So I have
wait.
Right?
What does that mean?
Gotta explain that.
Hold on. Let me clarify, okay? You have Kenneth in your studio, but one of my best friends' name is Angel.
There you go.
And Angel is the same as your Kenneth, right? Like great guy, great personality, got a lot going for him.
Angel's a step up, Derek. Let's just say that.
Okay, well then, I'm giving Kenneth some, maybe because I'm a fan of rugby, but yeah, there's a lot of dudes out there that, excuse me, have a hard time meeting girls, talking to girls, introducing themselves to women, just in general. And you forget about the romantic aspects of it, right? So it's just about bridging that gap of communication. And that is usually the biggest issue that most men have. It's usually one of two things. Is you get the fucktard that wants to talk to every girl in the place, or you get the nice dude who's too nervous to be turned down. Yep. And a lot of women don't realize how difficult it is to make that 200-yard trek across a fucking club, bar, restaurant to say something to you, right?
Trail of tears.
And the courage it takes to make that happen at all. They don't get it. And men also are not empowered enough to figure out how to bridge that without coming off as a douche or intrusive or things like that. So some of the stuff that I try to help them with is exactly that, is like, how not to come off like an utter asshole and have real conversations and communication with females, even if it's not romantically charged.
See, though, it's unfair because you get to be like, hey, I'm Derek, I'm going to stick my penis in you. And
But to be honest with you, that's the last thing that those women want to hear.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that's
He has such a good point.
It might be a
though.
novelty. Yeah. It might be a novelty.
I like how you brought up that like it takes a lot of courage for guys to even go talk to you, and that's why I'm a comedian locally. I get hit on, believe it or not, and I know it's hard to believe, but I see that all the time, and girls can be such bitches, like flat out bitches. So I think it's really key that guys learn to get over that, and then to handle rejection. Like me personally, if I tell a guy, "Oh no, I'm not interested," and he handles that really well, I'm like, "Oh hey, hold up a minute." I think
Kenneth
you might
doesn't
have some
do
respect.
that.
Yeah, that's mean.
Like I've done that before, where I've brushed off a guy, and because of how he handled it, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Well, let's put someone on the spot real quick. Kenneth, after hearing all that, do you have you need a question to help your sex life out, your dating life, from a guy who he can ground and pound with anyone. A question, go. Come on, dude.
This is your chance right here. This is your genie.
He likes rugby. He's like your soulmate.
I don't think he would go that far.
See, and you're doubting yourself, and that's what's wrong.
He goes as deep as they go.
How many inches?
Come on, ask a question. What's
the question?
Most of the
don't bitch up now.
Most of the women I meet end up being these, because I work at a club.
Meth heads?
No, they're either massive alcoholics, so by the time they're talking to me, they're really, really hammered, or they think I'm coming on to them whether I am or not. And
you are.
I'm not. Most of the time, I'm just being friendly, and they just kind of brush it off. It's like, you're just a fucking bouncer or whatever, and they just go off to the other side. So I don't even talk to anybody in the bar because everybody either comes off as either really hammered or really kind of a jackass.
Right.
So the question:
how to approach somebody like?
Well, I'll tell you something. One of my brothers has actually run security staff out here for some of the nightclubs in Hollywood, and he has the exact opposite thing happen. And he is not. I mean, he's not what you'd call a very suave looking dude. Like, he's a big guy and big old beard and the whole joint, right? But he seems to be able to talk to whoever he wants. I think it's the level of confidence that he exudes and the nonchalant kind of blasé attitude that he has towards them. Like, trust me, chick, if you don't talk to me tonight, there's going to be 4 more just like you next week. I'm not really worried about it. You know what I mean?
So don't give a fuck.
Well, it's not confidence. It is a don't give a fuck.
But act
it's
like you don't
care. I care as much as it's going to take me to care. Yeah. I'm not going to be a dick to you. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to smile. I'm going to converse with you. I'm going to respect your space, because that's really a big deal, especially with a lot of guys that try to meet women, is they invade, they intrude too much into space, right? Maybe the touching is not right. Maybe you're touching a little too low on her back, a little too high up on her waistline.
Or dry humping on the dance floor.
That might have something to do with it.
We don't have a director, though, to tell us these things. While we're doing it.
That's why you got to follow this guy. This guy knows what's up.
We're talking to a director right now.
There we go. That's why we need to listen.
But that's just it, is that one of the biggest things that men don't do is they don't do what I call disqualifying themselves as a threat. Okay, women in those situations have a tendency to go in with backup, right? Because people don't go to clubs, nightclubs, bars, restaurants alone.
No,
okay,
unless you're Vanna and you're weird.
You mean the thing where they tell their friends where they are on like GPS so they don't get chopped into little pieces?
So
right.
When girls go in there, they have backup, and they're always looking out for each other, and they already know what kind of a night they're going to have. Just look at the way they're dressed. You know what I mean? If the shit is all conservative, trust me, that's a girl's night out. They're not trying to fuck with you that night, right? If they're showing some titties, a little bit of ass, they might want to fuck with you. They might be on the prowl. It's still a girl's night first, but it can change. And you just kind of need to read the crowd. The worst thing you can ever do is engage one girl out of a group, okay, because you're outnumbered. You always need to be able to engage the group itself. Make sure you introduce yourself to everybody if that's the case. But it's never intrusive, right? So, like, for instance, if I were to talk to a girl at a club, I always give bottle service just because I like real estate. Okay, and so that's what it is for me. So maybe the girl that I want to talk to is at the next table over. So I'll watch and see what happens to her and see how many times she turns guys down. And maybe if I'm the second or third guy, I might say something to the effect of like, you know, does that happen to you all the time? And she'll be like, what? And I'm like, damn, like dude after dude just invading your space like that and bugging you. And they're like, oh my God, it happens all the fucking time. I'm like, wow, it must suck to be you. And then I leave it at that, right? And then I leave it at that. So now guess what? I'm not a threat. I disqualified myself. I'm not hitting on this girl. I didn't ask her a fucking name, nothing. But guess what? Now we have rapport. Okay? So the next time I come around, it's not going to be intrusive if I ask her something because I already made her laugh. She already kind of confided in me a little bit. So I ask a little more the next time. Let it go. Ask a little more the next time. By the end of the night, I know her. And now I can bang on her for her friends. Like, you know, like, damn, you're not even going to introduce me to your friend right here? Like, how rude are you? We're fucking homies now. And then her friend's going to be like, who's that? And you'll be like, oh, that's D. I just met him. Blah, blah, blah. Now, guess what? Now I'm in the circle. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of taking your time, looking at the signals, and solidifying the fact that you're A, not a fucking asshole, and B, that you're not going to be a creeper about the whole thing. You know, and the final thing is like she had said earlier about being okay with not being the one. You know, at the end of the day, you don't have to be the one for that girl because there's no other salesperson like that girl can be for you. So if she's not the one for you, right, she might know the one for you. And so if you ask her later, like, hey, what's up with your girlfriend over there? Oh, Tiffany, she's great. Let me introduce you to her. That's a sale right there. She's doing the work for you, all because you were nice and you made a friend.
Yep. Serious, you guys, that's some legit advice. What he just described is the male version of the bend and snap.
Yeah. Also,
works
Kenneth,
every time.
Dye your hair because no one bangs gingers.
Kenneth, did you learn anything from this?
Apparently, I just learned no one bangs gingers.
Out of everything, that's what you got.
It took you that long. You've been living that experiment.
Decredit myself as a threat. Got it.
Which is hard when you look like you do.
Yeah.
Derrick, unbeknownst to you, you just changed this man's life. Let's just say this.
We could do a follow-up. We
when
could have
the
a
book
follow-up
comes out,
interview.
man, shoot me an email and I'll send you one.
Hey, if you have book signings going on anywhere in Southern California, Kenneth will go to every single one.
Well, I'm up and down Cali all the time. I'm a Rough Rider, and so I ride all the time. We have
Do you ride bareback?
chapter in Fresno as much as I can, as long as I have a test.
Well, let's get a book signing going on up here at Barnes and Nobles or something, man.
Yeah, they're going to carry my book.
Has anybody ever asked to sign your cock?
No. It'd be a first signature.
What about like vibrator? Like, would you sign my vibrator?
Is that converse to the fact that so many people have asked you to take a picture of your cock?
No, because you can find that shit all over the internet.
But I don't got to look on the phone. It's right here.
Yeah, I've had girls send me a picture of your dick. For what? There's way better pictures online.
We have film crews.
The contour on fleek.
She wants the non-photoshopped version. Though.
And they feel a certain sense of ownership over the whole thing if it's on their phone or their camera.
Yeah,
right?
they do. They do. The funny thing is most people recognize me, ironically, in Vegas. And it's usually at a pool party, and it's usually when they can see my tattoos. It's usually a 30-something married couple, and it's usually the husband that comes over and is like, so my wife is a big fan of yours, and she's way too shy. And then this poor girl fucking sitting there with like, oh my God. Well, so now her dude is like kind of like outing her. And so then usually it goes to a picture and shit like that. But they're usually really cool about it.
Derrick, I got a question for you. We need to wrap this up. We got Bernie. We'll see if Bernie comes through. How can we find you, your plugs, all the things? I know not only the self-help and all that, but the body fitness, and, of course, you do something on film. So give us all the plugs and how we can get a hold of you.
It's really easy. On Twitter, it's at the D Pierce. And on Instagram, it's Derrick Pierce, DERRICK PIERCE. And keep an eye out for the website, which should be live by the end of the month, which would be DerrickPierce.com.
Sweet. If you're ever coming through Fresno, give me a heads up, because we'd love. I think we would love to have you here in studio and possibly set up a date with you and Kenneth to help be his wingman and maybe give him his moment of glory that he's been so desperately needing for so long.
Damn it, Dowdy.
Wait, whose vibrator do I got to sign?
That would be
Kenneth's.
It's shaped like
Asking
a
the
cat.
important questions.
All right, Matt. Well, thank you very much for hanging out, chatting with us.
It was my pleasure.
We do need to chat again at some point because I all the ladies I've talked to, you bring something much better. I like the guy aspect.
Me too.
You make me sad, but you do good things. So
I appreciate it.
All right, well, check out Derrick Pierce. He's the man. He's got the dong. So follow that.
The talent.
Listen to the advice. All that. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We got Bernie Sanders, who hopefully we didn't miss the phone call. We will chat with him next here on the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM. Thanks, Derrick.
Thank you, Derrick.
My pleasure, guys. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM. The Dirty Dowdy Podcast. Online on Facebook. Just hit up our Facebook page for all things Dirty Dowdy. That's Facebook.com/The Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
Hey, what's up? This is Craig Gass, and when I beat off, I listen to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
It's the Dirty Dowdy Podcast.
Oh my God, Dirty Dowdy Podcast here is back live at the Longbox.FM studios. That's how we do. Brought to you by Riley's Brewing.
Seizure time.
I feel like I'm watching a Japanese anime.
I like playing those
down
lights
here.
just because I know how much past crew members or Alex, who's not here tonight, just absolutely hates that. So naturally, I have to do it all the time.
Good.
So tonight we've already talked with Derrick Pierce, and of course we're going to switch gears now. We're going to be talking right now with the Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
And since of course he's not in the presidential race anymore, he's decided to help us
got all
out.
this free time, stuff to do.
He's being fair and he's handing it out to us.
Falling back on his passions, helping out local podcasts,
going to art school.
So
rose gardening.
I've talked with Bernie today, and he's going to help us out in the game. The game, similar to Rockin' Walkin', is just Bernie rockin'.
All right.
Rockin' Bernie.
Rockin' Bernie.
Rockin' Bernie.
Slamming Sanders.
Simple rules of the game. Vanna, Ben, Kenneth, and Slot. You all get to play with this.
Perform.
Your name is your buzzer. We're going to have Bernie. Bernie, are you on the phone right now?
Hello? Yes, this is Bernie Sanders. Are you hearing me?
Yeah. How's it going when you're off the campaign trail?
Doing good. Things have calmed down considerably. Still a lot of people donating, which I appreciate. Keep sending me money. And I'll probably say that 6 to 7 more times.
Well, thank you, Bernie. Simple rules of the game. You're going to read lines, lyrics to songs from the 90s, popular songs. And again, everybody playing here, your name is your buzzer. So say your name, and then answer.
Bernie.
You get a point for song title and a point for artist.
Double.
I don't know why this is so funny. I don't know why.
I love podcasts.
This is going to go sideways real quick.
Shall we get started?
Yes.
No.
First song.
Start we shall. First song. A lonely mother gazing out of her window, staring at a son that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side, but he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying just ain't helping at all, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. So he goes out and he makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body laying cold in the gutter. Now listen to me. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Ben, what you got?
Damn it.
Admittedly, I had no fucking clue until the chorus. TLC, waterfalls.
Very
2
nice.
points for Ben. Good job, Bernie. Good read.
I saw Jason over here just racking his brain.
I couldn't get past the burn.
Neither can Jason.
That's a different level of vocabulary right there.
It's a different burn.
All right, next song.
It's my turn again. Yes, Bernie, go ahead. Oh, thank you. Okay, listen. Just stuff it in my papers.
Okay, guys, he was running for president. Give him a chance.
Okay.
No one else did.
Let me slap this jam down on you.
It's Hillary Clinton with Rape America.
Here we go. You and me, we used to be together. Every day, together, always.
God, I know that. Oh,
I really feel that I'm losing my best friend.
Oh, God!
I can't believe this could be the end. It looks as though you're letting go, and if it's real, I don't want to know.
Ben.
Ken.
Oh, I heard a Ben.
I heard a Ben.
A Benny?
No doubt. Don't speak.
Nice.
Damn it.
Congratulations, Ben. That was very nice.
Points for Ben. Right now, Ben is leading 4-0.
Spot on, good stuff.
To everyone.
All right.
Next one, Bernie.
This is a personal favorite of mine. Something takes a part of me.
Ben.
Oh my God! Is anyone else even playing?
Corn.
What were we doing
Yes,
again?
sir.
Trying to here.
Slamming. All right.
Internet, by
Hey,
the way, came
listen,
in with no
I
doubt.
grew up on everything 90s, so good luck.
That was
I
the only
was
song
born
I
in
was going to get.
1990, so I feel like this isn't fair.
Well, that's what Bernie's here for, to make it fair.
Make it fair,
It's
Bernie.
going to make it fair for everybody.
I was lying about the last one. That was bullshit. This one's my favorite.
Oh, you got to be fair, man.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing
Ben.
Fucking Ben.
Ben?
Fuck. Alanis Morissette.
1 point.
Oh, God. Fucking song.
Keep reading. Nope. Keep reading.
I wish nothing but the best for you. An older version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in the theater?
Hopefully.
Ben. All right, Bernie, come on.
It's about the guy from Full House, though.
Yes, we know.
Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby?
I got Adele from the internet right now.
I'm sure
Oh!
she'd make a really excellent mother. Because the love that you gave, that we made, wasn't able to make it enough for you.
Nothing from anyone, really?
I don't remember the name.
God, you guys got to know this one.
Okay, all right, no, because it's
It's a
Alanis
long
Morissette.
goddamn time until the chorus.
The song the album is Jagged Little Pill, but the song, what the fuck is the name of the song?
Oh, at this point, you got to know, dude. Come on, dude.
Oh, you ought to know.
Yeah. But I can only give you 1 point. I'll give him the second one. No, there's rules here. We're not just going to go around breaking the rules, handing out free fucking things.
Fucking cross it.
What, Bernie's not going to give away free fucking anything?
No, he wants to. I'm putting my foot down. I'm trying to be nice.
Wait. Aren't you Bernie?
He's already got he's got the most points of everybody right now, Bernie. Get
And guess
your goddamn
what?
head in the program.
My Donald Trump ass ain't giving any of you points.
He earned every single. I'm just saying, it's nice, so it's fair. Back to work.
Next song.
What I'm getting paid for. The world is a vampire sent.
Vanna.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I think I got a Vanna.
I think I did get Vanna.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes.
Oh, the butterfly wings.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, Kim DRC's the reason I play bass.
Beautiful.
Good job. Next song.
I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you were sleeping. While you're far away somewhere and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost.
Vanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Aerosmith.
Yes.
I don't want to close my eyes.
That is correct.
Oh, I couldn't get past his voice.
That's why this game's tough. Kenneth and Jason, you guys really need to step up here.
Get on the board here, Pete.
I'm trying to, but I'm listening to this shitbag too.
Don't talk about Bernie that way.
You let me violate you.
Jason.
Ben.
Ken.
Over here, Jason.
9 Inch Nails. Closer.
Nice.
Finally.
On the board.
My mom liked to call them Nin.
Nin.
Vanna, what is that Nin patch on your backpack?
Nin is just the short version of 9 Inch Nails. The first three letters.
Nern.
All right, Bernie, next.
I'm the man in the box.
Ben.
The anger around the room.
Alice in Chains, Man in the Box.
Yes, sir. Man, he's on
It's amazing how hard that was not. That was fair. That was a fair try for all the people losing around the table.
Here's the positive, upbeat one. Today is the greatest.
Vanna.
Jason.
Oh,
fuck.
Jason.
No!
This really...
Ben,
No, hold on. Let me just say, this, Jason, you are an asshole if you don't get this, because this is so close to you.
5,
Vanna. I believe I was next.
3,
I know it, but I don't know the
2,
name. Nope.
1.
Vanna.
Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Isn't that the... Wait.
Long on the title.
Name?
Isn't it just Today?
Yes.
That's just the name. Smashing Pumpkins, Today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
From Chicago, dude. Come on.
Sorry.
You're a dick.
Kenneth, according to this...
And he's bald like you, too.
Yeah. I would know I'm Billy Corgan, but no.
According to that paper, I
His
must
voice
be on
annoys me
welfare
too
right
much.
I think
about
you're
now.
just a zero, man.
Well, there's a lot of leukemia going on in the corners.
Kenneth, according to the
Not contagious.
scorecard, you desperately need socialism.
All right, next song here.
When I'm driving in my car and that man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to file my imagination. I can't get no. Oh, no. No. Hey. That's what I say. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction because I try and I try and I try. Vanna.
The Britney Spears version of Satisfaction, because I heard you say it with a little bit more sauce. So I'm going to say Britney Spears covers Satisfaction.
I wanted to subtract
There's a version
a couple points.
Yeah, Britney covers it.
It's worth a point.
Bernie's running it.
It's worth a point because you got the title right.
Okay.
There's still one more point out there.
Come on, are you kidding me,
Rolling
guys?
Stones.
Oh, I knew it was.
No, wait.
idiots.
Wasn't this 90s music?
No. We've grown. We got to be fair to the other decades. And I'm taking a -1 for everyone across the board. So right now, Kenneth, you have -1 points.
Damn it, I'm back to 0.
Kenneth is Venezuela
Wait, no,
right
I've
now.
got one.
You got one.
As long as I'm better than Kenneth.
His economy just crashed in this game.
If you can score 2 points, you move up to Greece.
Oh, he got Kenneth got -1 and his economy grew. So
How very Keynesian of you. All right, this next one's a personal favorite of Kevin Spencer's. Aw, thanks, Bernie. You're welcome. There's a lady who's sure that all that glitters.
Ben. Fucking Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Come on.
Okay.
On a tail.
Ben's got 10 points because I had subtracted one. Vanna, you're sitting at 6.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It's really you two taking this.
I got 1.
Yeah. Can we, at this point, just cut off Kenneth and Jason?
Yes.
Yeah, because you guys are the poor class.
You
You
better
just
not
lose.
suddenly put on a song that I'm like really a fan of.
Well, you'll just
I'm
scream
gonna
into a
reach
mic and
across
blow
that
out the
table.
mixer. It's okay.
And that's why you're single, because you have bad taste in music. Those were all fire. All of those songs were
I know
fire.
the song.
Call.
Bernie, those songs were
All right.
amazing.
Here's a chance for Vanna to catch up. It's it's Ben and Vanna right now. The kick. Stepping up here.
Here we go.
Give it.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so...
Ben.
I don't know what I'm
Ben.
doing.
Ben.
I heard it, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Van Halen. Fuck is the name of the song?
We suck at we have multiple musicians and singers. We got the offspring of
Vanna.
Damn
The
it.
Kinks, you really got me.
For the double point.
And it wasn't even by them, it was by the Kinks,
That
yo.
was
They
very
actually
well
had
done.
that as a record store release day vinyl
Right.
last
She
year.
says, bam, bitch.
Boom, the Kinks, yo.
Well, you just made this interesting. Now it's 8-10.
We got ourselves a
Vanna in
game.
the house.
All right, let's
It's
see
fair.
here.
It's a good game.
All right.
Let's see here.
How can we spread this out to make sure it's all good?
Turn my mic that way.
If you like to gamble, I'll tell you, I'm your man. You win some, you lose some. It's all the same to me. The pleasure is to play. It makes no difference what you say. I don't share your greed. The only card I need is the Ace of Spades.
Vanna, Vanna,
God.
Vanna.
Motorhead. The Ace of Spades. Rest in peace, Lemmy. I love you. I got an orange ant because of
Shit,
you.
we have a tie.
We have a tie.
We have a tie.
And I wasn't even paying attention the
Now
first
everyone
time,
wins.
dude.
Isn't that fair?
It's the fair you can get.
It's going down.
Thank you.
For the tiebreaker. Ooh, let's
Are you
find,
sure you believe in that?
let's find
Oh, no.
Can't we both win?
Oh, I can't. I wanted to, but I can't do that one.
I won't allow that on this show, Bernie. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, you're going down.
Okay. All
Give
right.
me one.
I'm looking for the best one that everyone loves.
Is this the make or break right here?
The one that everyone can vote for, and you don't even have to vote because everyone votes for it.
Ben.
Yes.
That's just how he's been.
Okay, here we go. There must be some kind of way out of here.
Ben. Oh. Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower.
For the win.
It's my motherfucking man right there.
Right there, we
For
got
the
this.
win.
You got the
good.
win.
That was smooth.
You get the minute. Anything you want to talk about, ready, set, go.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for having me on the Dirty Dowdy Podcast tonight.
You're welcome.
I love all you fucking degenerates. Vanna,
Thank you.
brush up on your music talents and your music knowledge. I know you're a bass player, but you got a long way to go, sweetheart. Dowdy, as always, dude, the receding hairline is not affecting you whatsoever.
It recedes to my balls.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. There's more hair down there than there is upstairs. So, by the way, dude, so much fun with fucking Derrick Pierce, right?
Yes.
That's great, dude.
Phenomenal.
By the way, Kevin, your fucking Bernie is on point, even better than the last time I was here and we did that. I just zoned out and listened to your voice the entire time. Dude, check out all things Longbox. Check out all things Dirty Dowdy Podcast. definitely check out the Kick on Monday nights because we got a lot of good shit going down there. Just thank you to everybody that's listening, and thank you to everybody who's basically supported Longbox, Dirty Dowdy, the Kick, all the other great podcasts. Thank you.
That felt good.
Did it. Let's do that thing where we take that break real quick. I know Kevin's getting all bleedy and needs to sleep. Apparently, he's it's that time of the month for him.
Some of us actually have to work.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you believe in that.
It's overrated.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We got the Tardies. We're going to talk about what's coming up in the next couple weeks, and of course, probably some awards. All that. It'll be a good time. Someone turn off that goddamn phone. And this is the Dirty Dowdy Podcast. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Dirty Dowdy Podcast on Longbox.FM. This segment of the show is brought to you by Peeves Public House. Peeves is a hyper-local space for residents to experience the Central Valley's best casual pub food and drink. Check them out at peevespub.com. Make YouTube your tube by searching out Longbox.FM on YouTube.com. It's music, videos, and live webcasts. Watch it all at YouTube.com by searching out Longbox.FM.
Dirty Dowdy Podcast is back again here at the Longbox.FM studios, brought to you by Riley's Brewing.
Cheers.
And also fairness to Bernie. Thanks, Bernie, for hanging out with us. Good luck next year. You're also really old, or next year, 4 years from now. Probably.
When the Olympics?
Yeah.
He didn't pay me for his
He's going to get the Zika virus and he's going to be out. So, just done. That's how it works, right?
He's going to get that gut bacteria.
You didn't pay me for any kind of salutations.
It's every 4 years. It's the presidential elections and soccer in the same year.
Oh, look at you. Keep that for Monday nights.
Yeah.
They're distracting us.
It's the Dirty Dowdy Podcast here, and we're now, after this great show with Bernie Sanders and Derrick Pierce, we got to hand it over to the saddest man ever. It is Kenneth with the Tardies.
I feel like Kevin's intro. Hi guys, this is the saddest guy ever.
No, God
we have
damn it,
several
dude.
awards tonight.
Why are you that?
Nice. This is
Why
perfect.
are you that?
We went through the hashtag because you're an asshole. So we went through hashtag of the night, and there were a lot of hashtags tonight. And the last 8 hashtags were when Derrick Pierce came on, so you can imagine what that was like. We have, of course, Make Fresno Better, DDP Live. We have Chicago Dag with like 7 A's. We have White Privilege, Plan C, of course. Rolling in the Pussy, Shut Up and Look Pretty. Push Comes to Shove, imagine how we spell that. Hashtag Goals, Ben's Mafia, and Sport Fucking. But the winner actually goes to Pussy Under Your Desk.
Well done, Ben.
And I believe that was actually Dowdy.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Dowdy?
Yeah.
I thought that was Ben.
Oh, come on. That's my mindset right there.
Because he wishes. Anyway, we have Most Horrible Human. Initially, I was going to give it to Ben for being an asshole during that Bernie Rocking game. But no, I'm just going to give it to Dowdy just because.
There you go, Dowdy.
We have a best moment tonight, and that... There was a cross.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Whoops. I'm running like 19 programs at once.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sound guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Fuck off. Captain can't get laid.
I don't care. At least I know what I'm doing. So, we had best moment of the night, and it was initially going to go to the interview with Derrick Pierce, but I still think Bernie Rockin made it as the best segment, so that goes to Kevin.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, probably.
I think you might be
We have the
right.
Clam Junk Awards, and that actually goes to Vanna for hashtag rolling in the pussy.
Nice.
For the cat to work day joke. Anyway, or whatever.
You good made your own punchline on that one, man. You
Yeah, the whole show.
We have an MVP of the night.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
Exactly. Kevin. You get the MVP of the night.
Tits.
for bringing Bernie Sanders on. Good job.
All right.
You
No,
support
I booked
socialism.
that.
Good job.
No, I booked that. God
see
damn
that.
it.
Plan
Good
see
job
that.
for supporting socialism. Thank you, Kevin.
I do
Hey,
like
and
that.
actually, now that I'm looking at the Tardies, none of what the fuck he said was true.
So
You shut your whore mouth. Kevin.
let's
Yes?
Take it away.
let's knock this out. Kevin, you get 1 minute. God, this scares me after Monday night show. knowing what
Compartmentalized.
God
now.
damn
Welcome
it.
the fire. Welcome the fire.
Well, shit, here you go.
Right, here we go. I do want to talk about something that's very important. I know. Spoiler alert. It's just okay. Look, people, spay and neuter your children. All right. I can't.
Are you the Chinese government?
Stress this shit enough. No, but they're onto something. They're onto something. It's humane to have them euthanized. You know, because they roam the streets.
Well, that's where it happens. Euthanasia, right?
And their droppings create all kind of trash, and they bring in a whole other ecology. Like birds come in that don't belong there, and they don't have any natural predators in our region. And it's just it's better to nip this kind of stuff in the bud. I mean, if you're gonna have children, great, they're cute. I know, it's nice, it's cool. You can dress them up, it's fun.
God, sanitize them now.
Yeah, but they grow up. They become like full-grown adults with responsibilities, and they can damage stuff too, and they do. Generally, when you don't take care of them. That's my public service announcement for tonight. That
was perfect.
That was fucking fantastic.
That was all inspired by the Price is Right music too.
Bob Barker, we want to thank you.
God damn it, dude.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, that was great.
Well, let's keep this train rolling. We got obviously a lot going on with Longbox.FM. Monday night again, you can hear everybody. Well, a lot of people in the room here. Ben, Vanna, Kevin, and me. We're doing the.
I'll fuck you.
Actually, we've called you Banna.
Yeah,
Banna.
hey.
Banna.
Eric
Just
Banna.
a
As long as
name mashup
as long
over
as it's
here.
as long as
Yeah.
it's Eric Banna. Put her and I together, we're dyed hair. And
Check out the show if you like what we're doing tonight. It's not comedy; it's real life, and we're getting into it. Last week we had Karen Adele Scott. It was a fantastic show. We were talking about transgender issues, and of course, the Orlando shooting happened, so we had to dive into that. It was a show that was really good, and it had Kevin get pushed out of the room because he was beaten up.
He ran.
Just let this finish.
No, it's cool. Don't load it up. It's fine. It's good for the show.
No, next week we have That Movie Podcast. Now, Kevin, you and I were a guest not too long ago. We got the whole crew because we only got one of them when we were there.
Yeah.
But they got the whole crew coming in, and we're not supposed to talk about Jason Fields and that fact that he's going to be on the show. He's got a job interview, and that's why his mom has to babysit his daughter. And doesn't matter. We won't talk about
stuff.
that. We can't have that out there. But he'll be here.
Good.
With the rest of the crew.
Discreetly.
So we're going podcast versus podcast. That's all going on Wednesday night. Keep pushing. Keep promoting. This is a site for you in the Central Valley. This is what we can do. Be a part of it. And for now, for me, for everyone in the room, I need to say fuck you, Kenneth. And also, word.
And fuck you, Kenneth.
Well, where's the fuck you, Kenneth? You horrible bastard. What did I do?
I think it was built in.
Oh, probably was.
I gotta get my photo.
What did I do? Aside from normal.
Just because it's not a good show if I don't say fuck you.
To some degree.
The killer game, except Ben destroyed it.
Yeah, seriously. You can't even call me on that because I tried saying my name. I tried saying my name. I said my name 4 times and it fucking happened.
I'm just proud I got one. Usually I don't get any for those.
No.
I just realized that.
If it was a Star Trek game, no one would have it except me.
I'm not good at any trivia.
Oh,
I had fucking 12
picture
points
time.
on that Star Trek one.
Get up here, baby.
That dog looks like it's really heavy for you.
Wait, where's?
Get in here, dude.
I never did.
It's never in the pictures. It's the liability reason.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Shit, sorry.
Yeah, he wasn't running shit.
It's his house and his voice, his name.
No,
He's the sound guy. He's
I
always
just
there.
don't like being in the pictures. I'm not really trying to make it all about me. Here we go. More. Up. God damn it.
God damn it, Bobby.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah.
Perfect. That was a good thing.